But Hafiz, I'll be informing you after some time. Okay. So let me introduce myself. My name is Nikhat Naz Ansari, and as you know, I am the authorized instructor of AWS. And let me show you my credentials. So I am 3 times AWS certified for cloud practitioner, solutions architect, associate professional, and solutions architect, associate, solution architect, associate, and solution architect professional. So I am 3 times certified Amazon authorized instructor, restart accredited instructor, and I have some learning badges as well. So completed the learning course on skill builder and got these badges. So this is my profile. I have been into the training of AWS. I have experienced more than 2 years. So hopefully you will be getting some help from me in understanding the concepts. So let me start with my topic. So today's agenda, and you can see, welcome to AWS Solution Architect training by me. It starts on 28th of August. It's 4 weeks. And if you have any issue, any problem, then you can just query Logic Labs team. You can send your queries at support@logiclabtech.com, or you can call. So timings are mentioned here. So agenda for the day. Today, I will be taking up the concepts of cloud because many are beginner on cloud. So I want to just explain you various, you can say, the foundation concepts. For example, what is cloud computing, advantages of cloud computing, then cloud deployment models, and if time permit, focus will be on cloud computing and advantages of cloud computing. And I will be telling you how to access AWS services practically. So I will be also doing that. Am I not audible clearly? Okay, no problem in that. Is it clear now? Okay, just give me 2 minutes to fix it. Is it audible now clearly? Am I clearly audible now? Okay, great. Great, great, great. I hope the agenda is clear to everyone. So what do you understand by cloud computing? Can I get the understanding from you? So what do you understand by cloud computing? What you think? Are you using any cloud services in your daily life, in your day-to-day activities? So how many of you are doing online shopping? Yes, how many of you are doing online shopping? And one more thing before starting, I want to keep my session very much interactive. So please participate in the discussion. How many of you are ordering a food from online delivery portal, food delivery portals? Services or device outside on premises, absolutely correct. So how many of you have heard about Swiggy in India? So it is completely born in cloud. So Swiggy, Netflix, these are the services which are actually working in AWS cloud. So what is this cloud and what do you understand by cloud computing? Yes, Anand, the resource utilization, absolutely correct. So what is this cloud computing? So let us draw the analogy with natural cloud and technical cloud. So I have two clouds. Yes, Nafis, services can be accessed over the internet. Absolutely correct. So for others, let me just explain you the cloud computing with the help of my natural cloud, which are there in the sky. And this one is my technical cloud, about which I will be explaining you a minute later. So here, the natural cloud contains what? Yes, natural cloud contains what? Can I get the answer? What is inside the natural cloud? Water vapor or water droplets or water vapor in condensed form? So what are the components of the natural cloud? Whatever dust particle is there, resources we have in our this cloud is giving you items or you. So just a minute. I'm just sharing my screen again. Is my voice clear to everyone? Is the screen visible to everyone? So apologies for the inconvenience. So I was explaining you about cloud computing. So never mind, I can repeat that again. So here I was talking about natural cloud and technical cloud. As one of you, a few of you answered that what is there in the natural cloud? So natural cloud contains water vapor in the condensed form. Then it contains, you can say, dust particles or ions, electrons, etc., etc. So similarly, we have a technical cloud which is containing some resources. So what resources the technical cloud contains? It contains IT resources. Now, what are these IT resources? Can anyone just help me out in these IT resources? Yes, please. Can anyone help me out in these IT resources? Yes, servers. So if you want to have some computers which can host some resource, for example, a website, a gaming application, then those becomes your servers. So you can have computers or servers. Then you can have databases. So if you want to use these resources over the internet, you don't want to have a physical resource, right? Storage, absolutely correct. Then network equipments, if you want to have routers, route tables, right? Then internet gateway, your modem. Then you can have network firewalls. Then you can have networking equipments as well. And all the resources you want to access in the software form, in the virtual form. And you want to access these resources over the internet. So you want to access the resources over the internet. You don't want to have a hardware format. So you can get these resources in software form through this technical cloud. So just as natural cloud is giving us rain, so technical cloud is also giving us these IT resources. And how it is giving us the IT resources? Yes, Nafis, software as service based products. So technical cloud is actually delivering us these IT resources. But how this delivery happens? So if you are actually getting the delivery of some product from Amazon.com or some pizza from Domino's, so how you are getting that delivery? It is because you have ordered it. Yes or no? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? So when you order, then only you will get delivery. So how you are ordering? You are demanding it. So it is the on-demand delivery of what? IT resource. Which resource? This resource. But how you are paying about these? Are you purchasing these resource? So when you are on cloud, are you purchasing these resources? So are you purchasing these resources? Yes, Farhan. Can I get the answer from you? So Suma, we are not purchasing these resources. We are actually getting these resources on rent. You can think of that we are taking these resources on rent. So how this tenancy is actually not the being the owner, because the owner is AWS. We are just using the resource, and we are using the resource and we are returning it when our work is done. So using the resource and returning it when our work is done. Yes, on the usage basis, absolutely correct. So we are paying as per our usage. So it is pay as you go model. So if I'm using the resource for 1 hour, or if, for example, storage, if I'm using the storage of 1 GB, I have to pay for 1 GB. If I'm using 100 GB, I have to pay 100 GB, and so on. So this is pay as you go model. Yes, Nafis, absolutely correct. Pay as you go model. So I can summarize, what is this cloud computing? It is the on-demand delivery of what? Of these IT resources via the internet, because you are using these in software form. So you have the on-demand delivery of what? Of these IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go model. So this is the technical definition of cloud computing. So you can access the resources from anywhere, any location, at any time. But the condition is you should have internet. So if you want to use a Linux machine, you can use it from anywhere, anytime. So cloud will be providing you. So how you are getting these resources from cloud? So it is with the help of some service provider. So you are getting data. So you are getting data from some internet service providers. Similarly, these services are provided to you by some cloud service provider. Can you name some of the cloud service provider if you already know? Yes, it is AWS, Amazon Web Services, the full name, Azure, GCP, OCI, Oracle, and there are many more, right? So we will be focusing on this AWS. Is the definition of cloud computing clear to everyone? So what is this cloud computing? It is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go model. So this is our cloud computing. Now, any problem to anyone in this definition? Now, many people, or I think almost all the industries are using one or the other services of cloud. So why you can say companies are moving to cloud? Because there will be some advantages. Do you agree that companies are moving towards cloud because there will be some advantages? So what are these advantages? Let us explore. What are these advantages? Let us explore. Yes, resource utilization, absolutely correct. So there are 6 advantages of cloud computing that I will be discussing in my PPT here. So the first advantage is trade capital expense for variable expense. So you don't have to purchase the resource. So capital expense is actually involved in resource purchase. Suppose if you want to purchase a laptop, then you have to invest around 80 to 90,000 in Indian rupees. 80 to 90,000 in Indian rupees. So you have to first invest, then purchase the resource and take the ownership. So you will be getting possession only when you invest a capital and then you get the possession. Then you can use this product. I hope all of you are getting this thing. So purchase is involving some capital expense. First you invest, then take the possession of the resource and then use it. And we call this as upfront as well, where you have to make the payment in advance. So these are also known as upfront cost. So now you don't have to pay anything in advance. What you can do, you can just use the resource and then pay according to your usage. So it is like taking the resource on rent. And your expenses will be variable because it will be now depending on your usage. So now what we are doing, we are trading capital expense for variable expense. We are not purchasing anything. We are instead using the resources on rent and returning the resources when our work is done, when our project is complete. So this is actually helping us in cost saving. We are optimizing our cost by just depending on variable expenses. Is the first advantage clear to everyone? Is the first advantage clear to everyone? Okay. Second advantage, economies of scale. So anyone is having any idea about this economies of scale? Anyone having any idea about economies of scale? So what AWS says, I'm getting one response. So Nafis, what is this? What do you understand by economies of scale? Okay. If you don't know, let me just explain you in simple words. So economies of scale is actually the concept where you bring in more customers. So when more customers are joining AWS, then AWS is giving you discount. Nafis, it is, yes, the economies of scale is actually, let me just tell you that hundreds and thousands of customers are joining AWS. Then the company is reducing the price of the services. Company is actually giving you discount. So let me explain you this thing, that if $100 is the cost of one product, so this is the cost price of one product, and you are selling, you have only one customer and you are selling it at $150. So your customer has to pay $150, but what will be your profit? So you are the seller. So your profit is $50. But the second case, if you have three customers, so what you did, the product which is costing you $100, you are actually now, you have reduced the price because you have more customer. Now you say that instead of $150, I can just charge $120. So you say that because you are bringing more customer to me, so I'm reducing price for all the customer. So now each customer has to pay $120. So customers are happy because earlier they have to pay $150. Now they are paying $120. So customers are happy because they are getting 30, you can say, rupee, they are getting 30 rupees discount, $30 discount. But what will be your profit? Can anyone tell me what will be your profit? Total profit? Yes, can anyone tell me what will be the total profit of the seller? Yes, please. Yes, absolutely correct. $60. So $20, $20 and $20. So it will be $60. So earlier seller was actually having $50 profit, but now the seller is having $60 profit. So seller is also happy because he is getting more profit, and customers are also happy because they have to pay less price as compared to the previous one. So this is known as economies of scale. So when you have more customers, so customer have to pay less price because of the discount, and in return, seller is also getting more profit as compared to previous one. And AWS has actually, you can say, reduced the price of its services by 75% since 2006. So when customers are more joining AWS, you can say community, then AWS is reducing the price of the services for you. I hope economies of scale is clear to everyone. Noman, it is 60. The cost is 60 rupees, $60. Any problem to anyone in this economies of scale? So shall I move to the next topic? Next advantage. So the next advantage which Anand told me, that resource utilization. So here you have, so here what you are doing, you are actually stop guessing capacity. So here you don't have to estimate. You don't have to estimate your resource capacity or resource utilization, because whenever you are actually wanting the resource, you can demand for it and will be delivered to you. It will be delivered to you at that time only. So it is on-demand delivery of resource. So it is actually, you don't have to overestimate, because suppose if you have provisioned the resources, suppose you think that you will be using this capacity of the server, your project is requiring this capacity of the server, but actually what is happening, you are using only this much. So the extra capacity that you have provisioned is going waste. So it is overestimation of your capacity. And sometimes you think you have provisioned this much, but you are requiring more. You have consumed entire capacity, but you are requiring more. It is just like data. So if you have 100 GB of data and you are using only 60 GB, so you are paying 40 for 40 GB data without using it. So this is overestimation. You require this much, but you have provisioned 100 GB. And suppose here you have provisioned 100 GB, but you require 120 GB. You have to get 20 GB extra. So this is underestimation. So when you go for hardware, you face these problems, overestimation and underestimation. But cloud is resolving this problem, because it is saying that whenever you require a resource, you will be getting a resource at that time. Within minutes, you will be getting a resource. So you don't have to guess the capacity, because whenever you are requiring it, you will be getting it. Clear to everyone? Is this point clear to everyone? Okay, thank you so much. Then cost optimization, how you are saving your cost in cloud. Because earlier when CloudWord was not there and you have to use the resources, then you have to run your own data centers. So what are data centers? Data centers are the facility where you are storing and running servers, your storage devices, your networking equipments, everything in form of hardware. So running data center is very costly, because you have to purchase all the resources. You have to actually purchase the resources in data center. Then you have to make arrangement for the space or the facility. Then cooling equipments. So you have to manage AC as well. Then what you have to do? You have to hire staff. So security guard, network administrator, server administrator, database administrator. So you need to manage everything on your own. So it is really very costly. Yes, maintenance and support staff. Absolutely correct, Nafis. So what we are doing in cloud AWS says that please don't worry about the infrastructure. Don't worry about the hardware. I have my data centers running. So you don't have to purchase anything. You can use the services of my data center. So customers can use the services of the data center. And so you are cutting down hardware cost. You are cutting down hardware cost and the maintenance cost. So what you can do, you can instead utilize that amount in experimenting and innovating. So you can use AWS resources, AWS infrastructure, and you can spend your time and money on experimenting and innovating, trying to improve your business. So stop running and maintaining data centers. Is this advantage clear to everyone? So Suma, is this clear to you? Anand, Shaiju, Farhan, Babita, is this clear? Shalar, Manikrishna, Naga, Nishat, Noman, Sagar, is this clear to everyone? Sagar, okay, thank you, Jiten. Okay, Sareem. So let us move on to the next advantage. So the next advantage of cloud is increased speed and agility. So why it is increased speed and agility? Yes, can anyone explain me this thing? Anything? Why we have this speed in cloud? Because you are getting the resources within minutes. So if you want to purchase a computer, if you want to purchase a laptop, then you have to go to market and you have to spend around 2 hours or less depending upon the proximity of the market at your location. So you will be spending at least 2 hours or 1 hour in selecting the product, then dealing with the dealer, etc. But when you are getting the same resource from AWS, you can get it within minutes. So you demand it and it will be delivered to you through the internet. You don't have to go anywhere. So resources are delivered to, suppose if you want to have storage, you don't have to purchase the hard disk and the storage devices. What you need to do, you just have to demand the storage service from cloud and you will be getting it instantly. So instant delivery of resources, you have to wait for minutes only. So it is actually reducing your time to market. So if suppose if you want to create, if you want to develop a website, so the platform, the environment you will be getting from cloud instantly, and you can just quickly develop your website and deploy it in no time. So it is reducing your time to market. So you can utilize that time in innovating and experimenting. So with cloud, you are saving your cost, you are saving your time because you are getting resources very quickly. So this is increased speed and agility. Deliver resources to clients within minutes. Clear to everyone? And the last advantage is going, yes, Nafis, no need to wait for the hardware because you are getting everything in the form of software. Just you need to have internet connectivity. And the last advantage is going global in minutes. For example, if I want to use resources in London, so I am in India, but I want to use the resources which are present, which are running in the data center of London. So I can connect very quickly. I can connect very quickly. Within minutes, I can connect. If I want to connect the data center, I want to use the resources of Sydney. I can connect within minutes. So going global in minutes, I can connect with global customers. I can deliver my services to global users within minutes. So what Netflix is doing, Netflix is actually delivering the content, the video content, video streaming to global users. So global users can connect to the resources within minutes. So go global in minutes. Any problem to anyone in these advantages? So let us summarize what is cloud computing. Can I get it from one of you? What is cloud computing? Babita, can you answer what is cloud computing? Or Carlin? It is the on-demand, absolutely correct, Nafis. It is the on-demand delivery of resources. With resources, IT resources. IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go model. Then why we are switching to cloud? From traditional data centers, why we are moving to cloud? Because of certain advantages. So what is the first advantage? First advantage is we have the variable expenses because we are taking the resources on rent. So we have variable expenses. I don't have to purchase anything. I can use and pay according to my usage, according to my consumption. So here we are following consumption model. Second is increased speed and agility. Then go global in minutes. Cost optimization, because you don't have to run your data centers. You can use the data centers. You can use the hardware facility of AWS. You can just use the resources rather than owning it. Fifth, stop guessing capacity. And the last one is economies of scale. And the last one is economies of scale. So these are the 6 advantages of cloud. Now, how to use these server resources? How to get access to these resources? So for this, you have to create AWS free tier account to explore and to use these resources practically. So how many of you are having this free tier account already? How many of you are working on cloud, AWS cloud, or have knowledge of this account? Great. So Naga is having, Farhan is having, Nishant is having. Okay. So the first and foremost thing, if you want to learn AWS cloud, those who don't have their account, please create it. So what I'm talking about, those who don't know, so you have a portal, you can say, which is known as AWS Management Console. And this portal is actually giving you the access to the services. So this is a web-based, you can say, console. So let me just share the link with all of you. So this is the link. And those who don't have, please create an account. I will be helping you in how to create your free tier account. So on this page, you have to click on sign into the console. So when you click on sign into the console, right, you will be redirected to a login page. So you will be redirected to a login page, this one. So those who have already an account, they know how to log in. But those who don't have an account, they have to create a new account in order to use these services, use these IT resources practically. So what you do, you just click on create a new account. And then you have to undergo certain steps. So you have to just associate an email ID to your AWS account. So you just give any email ID. This is my address. You can give any email ID and your account name. So let me give my name as the account name. And then you have to verify your email address. I already have an account. That is why I will be not proceeding with it. Let me just explain the steps with the help of this step-by-step guide. Is my screen not visible? Yes, I'm sharing my screen. Is my screen not visible? Uh, Thank you, Venkat. Thank you, Babita. Thank you, Naga. So, Anand, please check your connectivity because I'm already sharing my screen. Let me share it once again. And it is visible to others. Okay. So this is a step-by-step guide of how to create an AWS account. And I'll be sharing this guide with everyone so that those who don't have an account, they can create one. Because if you want to do practical, you will have to use this account. Otherwise, you won't be getting the, you can say, exposure to AWS services. So you have to create an account. You will be redirected to this page. So you have to associate an email address which is working and your account name. And then you have to verify your email. You will be getting an OTP. After that, you can verify your email. Then you will be asked to set your password. So you will be root user. So root user is the owner of the account. So now you are creating the account. Your email address will be treated as the root user credential. And you have to set your password. So this is one step out of 5. After that, you have to fill various, you can say, fields. So one of the field is step number 6. You have to provide your credit or debit card detail. But don't be afraid of providing this because AWS will never make any auto deduction from your account. If you will have any amount withstanding, so you will be getting reminders to pay your bill. But AWS will never do any auto deduction. So I have been using AWS account since 2017. So I have never got this auto deduction. So I can claim this. So when you provide your credit or debit card details, so in India, only 2 rupees will be deducted from your account. A very nominal amount will be deducted just to check the activation of your account, whether your account is active or it is dormant. And that too, you will get that amount refunded back in your account. So please make sure that you will be actually doing this without any problem. Now, earlier RuPay card was not accepted. So if you are from India, so earlier RuPay card was not accepted, but now this RuPay card is acceptable. So for Indian students, for Indian users, they have just actually made the usage of RuPay card, and you can now create your account through RuPay card as well. So basic support. So you have to write basic support. Then you have to verify your mobile number, email ID, then your full name and your phone number, your address, your country. Then one of these steps, it will ask you why you are interested in creating the account. So you will say that you are interested because you want to explore. So it will be for your personal interest. So make sure that you are choosing personal interest rather than business. Then provide your details, credit card and debit card detail, then this captcha, verify your number, then basic support. You have to just go by default. This is the default selection. Don't change it. And then you will be getting this congratulations message. And after some time, your account will be active. You can use your account. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Is this clear to everyone? So let me share this document with all of you so that you can, those who don't have the account, you can create your account. So this is the step-by-step guide which you can refer to. Everyone got this document? So please try to create the account today, because if you have any problem, then I will be just resolving your doubts, your problems tomorrow. So now how to access this free tier account? So after completing your sign up process, you have to sign into the existing account. So what is IAM user? I'll be telling you this later on. So you are the root user now, means you are the owner of the account. So your first, I have shared this document in the chat only. Let me share it once again. Please download it from here. I hope it is visible to everyone. So you are the root user now. So you just give your email ID, then your password. Venkat, you can give me your email ID. I can share it on that. So when you log in, this is the console home. So your console home will not be like mine, because these are the services which I have recently used. If you are creating the account, then you will not be getting anything here in the recently visited services. So I'll be sharing this document on your email, those who are not getting it. Can you see on the top right corner, this is my name. Can all of you see this? Top right corner. So this is the account name or the display name. Now, when you click on this, you have a billing dashboard. So you can just click on this here to check your billing activity. So right now, I don't have any outstanding bill on my account. So you can see no bill. But if you have any, then you will be getting it in the current MTD balance. So you can check your bill here. Now, when you click on this, you will be getting back to home. Now, near to my display name, can you see this North Virginia? So how many of you can see North Virginia here? So you will be getting this document through Graphy, all right? So please contact the support team of Logic Tech Labs, and that will be sharing the document with all of you. So how many of you can see this North Virginia region here? Yes. So it is the location. These are the regions. And you can see AWS data centers are established, are set up at these regions. And here I am from India. I am connected to North Virginia. If I want, I can connect to Mumbai region. And you can see that within minutes, I can connect to different data centers of AWS across globe. So this is what we call it as going global in minutes. So going global in minutes, I can connect to different data centers. So I can connect to US West, Oregon. So you can connect to different locations of the world within seconds, within minutes. So this is the last advantage, going global in minutes. Anand, suppose if I want to store my data in London region, so I can just select London region, and when I'm uploading my data, it will be getting stored in one of the data centers of London. Suppose if I have some data regulation that I can keep my data only at certain places, right? So data regulations, or I have any, you can say, governance, data governance rules and laws. So for that perspective, I can connect to different region of my choice, which is coming under my data compliance rule or law, and I can use that. So switching the region, I can use any resources that are running in these data centers. So this is one of the reason. Yes, Anand, uploading and downloading is also made easy. For example, Carlene is from USA, right? So what I'll be doing, if I want to send some data to her, if I want her to download any file, so I will be just asking Carlene to download it from a region near to you. So I will be uploading the data for Carlene in one of the US region. For suppose Anand, I will be uploading the data for you in Mumbai, Hyderabad region, so that you can just download it easily. So what I'll be doing, I want to keep the data closer to my user, closer to my customers, so that uploading and downloading is becoming easy. Latency issue is resolved. So if you are just planning to explore these services, then my recommendation in the learner phase, please select North Virginia region, because the services cost in North Virginia region is, you can say, having the least cost as compared to other regions. So if you don't have any business requirement, if you don't have any latency issue, you are learning AWS resources, then select North Virginia region. Clear? I hope, Nafis, this is clear. Thank you, Anand, for responding. Thank you, Venkat. Is it clear, Babita, Farhan, Sagar, Noman? Thank you, Jiten. Shaiju, Krishna, Mathil, Mathili, Muni Krishna, Naga, Suma. Is this clear? So we will be exploring AWS free tier account so that you all are able to use it. But before, those who don't have any account, please create it today. And in case if you are not able to create, I will be just helping you out tomorrow. So let us wind up my session today here. It's So we talked about cloud computing. We talked about advantages of cloud computing and free tier account. Any query? Any problem? Okay, then see you all tomorrow. Bye and have a good day. Bye, everyone. And recording will be uploaded on YouTube channel.